Grant Robertson.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Economic Development. Does he agree with the Minister of Finance that workers, quote, have a right to expect to see some of the benefits, end quote, of growth in the economy?
Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Yes, Mr Speaker, and they are. The average wage has increased by $3,000 in the past 3 years to $54,700. And yes, it has, and I sense an oncoming LCI discussion. Based on the latest strong economic growth forecasts, it is forecast by Treasury to increase a further $7,600 to $62,300 over the next 4 years. Wages are increasing faster than inflation. Average weekly earnings rose 3.2% in the last year, Mr Speaker, while the cost of living grew 1.5%.
Supplementary question, Grant Robertson.
In light of that answer, is an effective 1% pay increase a reasonable pay offer this year for workers at MB in light of his claims about wage growth?
Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Well, Mr Speaker, I thought the member actually understood that ministers don't get involved in public service pay negotiations. Well, it's an important thing. And Mr Robertson often comes down to the House and tries to quote the Cabinet Manual or the State Sector Act, and both of those make it clear, Mr Speaker, that ministers are not to get involved in pay negotiations unless the Labor Party's approach is now to go back to the 70s and to the Federation of Labor and the Minister of Labor sitting down and doing the general wage order.
Mr Speaker.
Order. Order. Supplementary question, Grant Robertson.
In light of that answer, what pay offer for MB staff did he suggest or agree to when he met MB Chief Executive David Small on the afternoon of the 4th of June?
Order. 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 The question's been asked. I want to hear the answer.
Well, Mr Speaker, firstly, if the member would like to have a look at the Cabinet Manual, it says the minister should maintain the independence of the chief executive's decision-making process, and that's what I have done in this regard. Mr Small updates me on a range of things from time to time. In terms of a particular day, I have no idea, Mr Speaker, but in terms of the particular negotiations, that's very much the chief executive's responsibility.
Mr Speaker. Supplementary question, Mr Speaker.
Order. Supplementary question, Grant Robertson.
Has he discussed with David Small the specific details of the offer made to MB staff, including at a meeting on the 4th of June?
Well, Mr Speaker, I just told
Joyce.
the member that the Chief Executive has kept me updated. I can't recall a particular date, but I'm prepared to accept there might have been a day on the 4th of June. The point is, he's kept me updated. At all times, they are his decisions.
Speaker.
Supplementary question, Grant Robertson.
Did he express a view to Mr Small about what he would consider to be an appropriate maximum offer that should be made to MB staff?
Mr Speaker, no, I don't believe I did. The Chief Executive updated me as to the progress of negotiations, and he is making the offer and he gets to determine, and he consults with the State Services Commission.
Question number 11, Jonathan Young.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister